Good morning and welcome to the meeting of Sattvic Toastmasters for Healthy Living. I'm Toastmaster Amarnath, your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. At Sattvic Toastmasters, we thrive to inspire personal and professional growth, all while embracing a holistic approach to living. Let us take a moment to remind ourselves of the mission that guides us. The mission of Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. To ensure that our meeting runs seamlessly and is enjoyable for everyone, please keep the following ground rules in mind. Speakers are requested to employ caution when making any references to sensitive topics such as politics, sex, or religion during the meeting. Please turn on your camera and ensure your microphone is muted when you are not speaking to avoid background noise. Please do not interrupt when someone is speaking. Kindly rename yourself with the role prefix to your name. If you are a guest, may I request you to kindly prefix guest in front of your name. Our club Sattvic Toastmasters is for healthy living, is focused on wellness and healthy living. And we take any information which is shared here with thoughtful consideration. Please remember that any or all the information shared in this meeting is for general knowledge and educational purpose only. It is not professional medical advice. If you are considering any actions based on what's shared, we encourage you to consult a qualified medical professional. Your health decisions are your responsibility. With this, I officially open the meeting and hand over the virtual podium to our presiding officer today, J.K. Arora. So he's the author of book Manifestation Daily, CEO, founder of Cargo Movers for 22 years. He's based out of Delhi. In mentoring 5K plus entrepreneurs, trusted customer brokers, and he's a swimmer. Welcome to Toastmaster J.K. Arora.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amarnath. So, good morning, fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guest. I'm J.K. Arora, the presiding officer for today's meeting, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our session, especially as we gather with a meaningful theme, mental health awareness. So, Toastmaster is a safe space to grow, express, and uplift each other. And today's theme resonates deeply with our mission of support and empowerment. Let's remember it's okay not to be okay, and speaking up is a sign of strength, not weakness. So, warm welcome to all our guests. I'll request a guest to please introduce yourself briefly. I'll start with the guest Rajinder Arora. Yeah, so you are coming second or third time. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. J.K. Arora has invited me. This is my third meeting. I'm proud to with you people, and I like your subject very much. So I am again here. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So now I'll request guest Sham Sundar. Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone. So this is the first meeting, so I don't know that's everything. This is nothing but interaction. It's the first time to interact on this kind of a virtual screen. So I would like to see that's everything of them here.
Your voice is not audible.
Just 1 second. Is it fine now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So good morning to everyone. So thanks for pronouncing my name. So this is the first time I have interacted with you. So I would like to see. So that on that I will make it continue with the journey for the rest of the days along with you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Sham Sundar.
Thank you. So now I'll request guest Chandrika Kapoor. Guest or Toastmaster? Can you unmute, please? Okay, I'll go forward. Okay, now I'll request our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shahid, to please go ahead with the, and he's very, our now senior member. So please go ahead.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, Toastmaster J.K. Arora, for giving me this opportunity. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Shahid, Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting. Hope I am audible to you all. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, today our theme is mental awareness. In day-to-day life, we will be giving lots of time for our physical strength and doing all our personal and professional things. But how much time we spend specifically for our mental well-being? Is that a question for every one of us? We think we are all fit in all the means. I mean, or mentally as well. But we are fit or not, that we will check today with our session, with the keynote speech. So there is a one famous thing which I come across when I heard about this mental health thing. Mental health is not a destination, but it's a process. It's about how you drive, not where you are going. So this is what mental health is. So for a good and a fulfilled life, mental health is also very equally and very much important. Once I heard like in most of the people, they neglect two kinds of health, dental health and mental health. Until it reaches to you, we are not going there. So be cautious on that. Be attentive in all the related things like it is dental or mental health. So to give us and to enlighten us with all these things, we have our keynote speaker, Dr. Mary Thomas, with us. So before inviting her, let me just give a brief intro about her. Dr. Mary Thomas is based in Philippines. She has been an advocate for mental wellness and health since she first started out a peer-to-peer counselor in the university. Over the decades, she has helped pioneer various organizations, namely MINDA, the first mental health NGO in Malaysia, Intan Life Zone, a home for HIV and AIDS patients, Jewel, an NGO for women's and children's welfare. She set up the first chapter of Emotions Anonymous in the Philippines, a mental health support system based in the United States. She is currently working on a global movement called Humanity for Love, a humanitarian effort in sharing the love, kindness, and compassion for better world. So being a Toastmaster, we will be trying to become the best version of ourselves. In the similar fashion, being a doctor, Mary Thomas, she is giving her best to bring the humanity for love. With this small intro, I would like to call upon our Dr. Mary Thomas to give us more information and to enlighten us with the mental health things. The podium is back to you, Dr. Mary Thomas.
If you could call the GE before that, General
Okay.
Evaluator and the team.
Yeah, thanks, Manoj. Thanks for that. So to drive our, maybe I was completely in the mood of listening to Dr. Mary Thomas, so I just ignored it. Pardon me. So to drive our meeting smoothly, we need some catalyst which will enhance today's meeting. To add those things, now I would like to call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Vrunda Shashikumar, to introduce her tag team. So back to you, Toastmaster Vrunda.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As General Evaluator, my role today is to observe and evaluate the overall quality of the meeting, from the flow of the meeting, time management, participation, and so on. I will also be leading the evaluation segment later in the evening, also later in the meeting. Now, let me introduce the wonderful team of functionaries that are helping us to run this meeting smoothly. Each one is playing a vital role in improving the quality and of the meeting. I will introduce each of them so that they can talk about their roles. Firstly, we have the grammarian Toastmaster J.K. Arora. Can you please tell us about your role today?
Yeah, good morning. Once again, thank you, Toastmaster Vrinda. So, as a grammarian, I will introduce the word of the day. So, word of the day is resilience. Resilience, and meaning is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, mental toughness. So, example is her resilience during challenging time inspired everyone in the support group. And the item of the day related to that only is weight of your shoulder. Weight of your shoulder. I'm also writing in chat box. So, okay. Meaning is a feeling of relief when something that has been worrying you is resolved or removed. Example, talking to a therapist felt like a weight off my shoulders. So I'll give a grammarian report later after the meeting, before. So now I'll request Toastmaster Brinda, please.
Thank you, grammarian sir. The next, I would request the R counter, Toastmaster Abhiram, to introduce your role.
Am I audible?
You're not,
Hello.
yeah, little bit louder if you could.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Is
yes,
it okay?
better.
Okay. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Abhiram, and today I have the privilege of being your accountant. As an accountant, my role is to listen carefully and note any uses of account, filler words, and repeated words for them. And accounts are like and filler words are like so, like, and so on. And repeated words and also pauses. If a speaker could not speak for more than 3 seconds, I'll consider as a short pause. If the speaker could not speak for more than 5 seconds, I'll consider it as a long pause. And they may distract from your message. And these habits are natural, but part of our journey as speakers is to become aware of them so we can improve our clarity and confidence. At the end of the meet, I will present a report on how often these words were used by the speaker. With that, I'll be listening carefully. And back to you, General Awareness. Thank you.
Thank you, R counter Abhiram. The next we have timer, Toastmaster Manoj Kumar. Over to you.
Happy morning, each one of you, and gratitude to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Brinda Sasi Kumar. As the chronometer or the timer, I'll be timing the keynote speaker, then, of course, the table topics. For keynote speaker who speaks on mental health and is all ready to take the weight off our shoulders, the jubilant Dr. Mary Thomas is going to speak for 25 minutes, followed by 10 minutes of question and answer session. I'll be showing the green card at 20 minutes. At 22, I'll flash the yellow. At 25, I'll flash the red. Then it will be followed by 10 minutes of question answer session. I'll flash the red card at the end of 10 minutes. Then for the table topic, again, we get 1 to 2 minutes to speak. I'll flash the green at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and at 2 minutes, red signal to stop. And you get 30 seconds of grace period for completing this segment. And for if we have a evaluation for these table topics, he gets 5 minutes in total. With that, over to you, General Evaluator of the Day, Toastmaster Brinda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. Next, we have a listener role. We have Toastmaster Muhammad Rihan. Can you please share what you'll be doing today as a listener?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. So, a large part of communication is always about listening. When we communicate, we speak and listen both. We are, however, only taught to speak in school, colleges, and even at home. Rarely we are taught to listen. Our focus is always on speaking. Being a good listener needs motivation as it allows us to understand the other person's expression of thought. There are various levels of listening to. Toastmasters International encourages this thought. The role of a listener. As listeners, we may want to encourage ourselves constantly to listen attentively. My role as a listener allows me to keep a tab on all speeches and communication by our speakers and take exit out of them. Please listen attentively and intently as towards the end of the meeting, when called upon by the evaluator, I shall come up with the quiz and encourage participants based on your listening skills. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster Vrinda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rihan. Last but not the least, we have the table topics evaluator, DTM Noor Mohammed. Could you please introduce your role as an evaluator?
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Today, I'll be playing the role of the Table Topics Evaluator. My job today is to listen intently to your table topic speeches, which are impromptu speaking in this impromptu speaking session, and I would be providing you evaluation on how you spoke and how you could improve your impromptu speaking. Back to you, man.
Thank you to all our functionaries for your support. I look forward to your reports later in the session. With that, let me hand over the podium back to the Toastmaster of today, Toastmaster Shahid. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vrunda, for being the GE and explaining us with each and every role. Thanks for all the introduction and all. So now it's the time to start our match. So what we are waiting for. Okay, so I will just give one statement and then I will directly hand over to our keynote speaker. No health without mental health. So now I would like to call upon our Dr. Mary Thomas onto the virtual stage to give us more about mental health awareness. Back to you, Dr. Mary Thomas.
Thank you very much. And I'm very happy to be back here again in Sattvic. This is the third time that I would be presenting or delivering a session on mental health. So it looks like Sattvic is very interested in, the club is very interested in mental health, which is a very good balance, because we not only have to take care of our mental health, we must also take care of our body as well as our spiritual health. Mind, body, and spirit. That's what. Now, it's good to be here again, and I'm going to start with something that I need you to see, watch, and observe, because I'm going to ask you after this what you actually saw, what you actually felt, and what were your emotions that came when you saw it. Now, this is going to be an interactive session. I'm not going to just sit there and speak and give you a lot of theory and science. I want you to be a part of this session. Now, to start that, I would like you to have a pen and paper in hand. Could you just take a pen and paper? You could also do it in your gadget, but I'm trying to avoid the use of gadgets. Let's go back to old school. Let's go back to the time when mental health was not even heard of. I mean, we got a lot of people who are not well, and most of the time we would hear that these are the people who are mentally ill. Now, before I start, I need to clarify that there are two categories for mental health. One is psychosis and the other one is neurosis. Now, psychosis is the one that we classify as a real mental illness, and it will be handled by a psychiatrist. Someone like me in internal medicine, we do not handle patients who have mental illness. Someone who comes to us with a panic disorder, panic. Now they classify panic disorder as a mental illness, but I would still go back to what I know, which is anxiety, personality disorders, phobias, fears, panic, and anxiety. It all comes under that. That is what we call a mental disorder. And I would say, I don't think I'll be incorrect to say that practically everybody, even a little child who goes to kindergarten, goes through anxiety, fear, phobia, being scared. Everybody, right up to from the womb to the tomb. There was a study done in Sheffield that even babies in the womb are affected by the emotions of the mother. So if a mother is fearful, the baby is going to feel the same. The fetus is going to feel the same thing. So there we go. From womb to the tomb, we have one common denominator, and that is being afraid, anxiety, you name it. It's all there. And then it develops as we go on, because there's more fear as you go to school, there's more fear at home, there is more fear from your classmates, from teachers, from society, from the government, from everywhere. Every day you're bombarded with anxiety, fear, and worry. Tell me somebody who doesn't worry, huh? I don't think there's any adult who doesn't worry. Even someone who goes to school is worrying. My grades. How about my grades? So there we go. We live, totally bubbled up in an environment that totally takes our mental health away. Unless we go live in the jungle. Even that, you got to be fearful. There could be a bear coming after you. There could be a tiger coming after you. Those are primal instincts or the primal activities when people were living in the jungle. Now we have a new spectrum of conditions we need to look at. All right, I'm going to stop the talking and okay, everybody got your pen and paper? All right, thank you. Now you got to have it, because when you go back, you're going to go back feeling better. That's the whole idea of this session. All right. Am I being shown the yellow card? It can't be. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Before we start, I would, can the rest who are not, is it possible to switch on your camera? I see a lot of sullen faces. Come on. Today's a Sunday. Show me a smile. Come on, come on. Who is that? I see. DTM Noor is, what's his name? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Indian actors.
Rajinikanth.
Rajinikanth, okay.
Yes.
So he's with us today. All right, okay. And then who else now? Smile, smile, everybody. Come on, come on. Okay. Now you're going to smile and then, yes, peace to you, my man. All right. Now let's everybody chill. This is a Sunday. We should be relaxed. Be kind to your mind. I like your theme. I like your tagline there. Okay, let's start with the video, please. Zoom master.
Sure, Dr. Mary. Let me share my screen. So, hope my videos. Are you able to see the recording?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to play the recording.
Please observe what's going on. No, this is aggressive. Getting close to domestic violence. Who gets affected? Okay, thank you, Zoom Master. Can we have the screen back? I'm going to ask you guys questions. Tell me one emotion that you felt when you saw this video, or any thought. You can either say it or have it in the chat box. I would like to hear it from you. All of you look so serious. Come on. Okay. Who's going to share what they felt when they saw this video? Mm-hmm.
Bit agitated.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Depressed. Good. Any more emotions? Do you want to live a life like that? Or are you already living a life like this? If anyone says they don't have problems at home, I will not believe them. Stress, aggressive, violence affecting the child. Yes, very good. Any other thoughts? Do you think any of those things that you saw would enhance mental health? Yes or no?
No.
Absolutely. Impossible. You can't live in peace like that. If you've got someone shouting at you right into your ears, or if you got you're having a verbal match between yourself, a husband and wife, or and the child is so distressed, I don't think any parent wants to see a child in distress. So actually, when they are quarreling, they're at the back of the mind, they're worried about their children. And what do these children do? Are they going to tell you? Are they going to tell you, listen, people, shut up? Will your child tell you that? Share with me.
No, no.
Sorry?
They are not
No,
going to.
exactly. Why? Why is it that they won't tell you? And they need to tell you, but they cannot tell you. Why? Why? Why can't they just say it?
They don't want to be the part of our problem.
Very good. Who gave that answer? Yes, they don't want to be a part of this mess. And yet they are a part of this mess. And then what is the emotion they are feeling?
They could not bear it more.
Sorry?
They feel depressed. They feel agitated.
They feel agitated, yes. What else are they feeling? Frustrated, yes. Definitely. Who wants to hear this? And some couples fight every single day. I'm sure you know this. Some couples fight every single day. Some of them even start, the moment they see each other, they're already clashing. Is it abnormal? No, it's very normal. Why does this happen? And that is where we need to save ourselves and save our future generations so that this does not happen to them. Divorce rates used to be at 50%, meaning 1 out of 2 marriages end up in a divorce. And the ones that are staying behind, undivorced, let's use that word, it's not that they're happy. They're just there. They're just there because of the children, because of the parents, because of somebody or society or whatever. But they are miserable people. Now the statistics say it's 75%. I don't even know how to calculate that. What? Half out of every marriage? 70 or 3/4 of every one marriage? The statistics now is 75%. So what does it hold for us and for our future generation? Now people are divorcing after 25 years, after 30 years. I'm sure you heard so many cases like that. So what happens? Why? What is the problem here? Can someone share, please? A lot of people, they're in marriage, they want to be out. Those who are out, they want to be in. That's funny, isn't it? Share with me. Please share to us, share with us, why do you think people give up even after 25 years? They've gone through so much. Why? What are they looking for?
Maybe I felt like even though they are together for so many years, so even some small incident happened that made their egos, that hurt their egos. So because of that, they want to break the relation.
Okay, good answer. Anybody else? Low tolerance. I'm sorry. Enough is enough. Oh, yes, you're telling me. Enough is enough. I know a lot of people who say this. And then what else? Frustrated, expectation, low tolerance, poor emotional resilience. Yes. Enough is enough. Okay. I think I've got enough of information from you guys, and I have said enough as well. I'm going to put you through the test one more time. I'm going to share screen and focus on the topic that I had in hand, which is anger. Now, do you all agree that anger is the very basis that starts all these problems at home? I'm focusing on the home because home is the basic unit of society. It's not your workplace, it's not your parents, it's not your, once you're married, your family, that means your spouse, your children, the nuclear family is the basic unit of society. You can't run away from that. All right. So what do you think? Or rather, maybe I'll just say it. Anger is what starts everything. You're angry. You may be angry with somebody else, but you project it to your partner. You may be angry with your partner and you project it to your children. You may be even angry with your maid and then you project it to your partner, your husband. So there's a lot of projection going on. Our anger that we show to that person is not exactly the anger we feel about that person. Maybe your boss fired you, as in not losing your job, as in gave you a shelling for something that you did, or your subordinates are not listening to you. Now, how do? You go back home and shout at your wife, or you go back home and shout at your husband. This is what happens. So this is called projection. You're projecting your emotions, transferring it on to someone else because you cannot shout at your boss, right? All right, I'm going to now share and show you this very important slide. Can you see this? Can it be seen? Can you see it, please? Hello?
Yes, we are able to see.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. All right. Now, we think that anger is anger. I use some rough words. I will raise my voice. I will intonate differently. I will do whatever it needs so that what is inside me explodes out. I don't care if it explodes out in a road rage. I'm not going to care if someone is angry and then I shout back at them. No, you are just projecting it out. Remember a baby. When a baby is distressed, it's hungry. What does it do? Can someone tell me? What does the baby do? I know all of you have children.
Cry.
Yes, the baby will cry. Why is it crying?
To draw attention.
Uh-huh. But why cry?
It's hurt.
Okay, why cry? We're getting there. Why cry?
Get milk.
It's the way of communicating from the child.
Right. The child has no ability to use words. So what does this baby do? The only thing it knows, which is cry. They haven't learned speech yet. So they're crying. That's the only sound that they can make that comes out of them. And it gets attention. Correct? Now, what happens to this child as it grows up and it learns how to speak? And then it is distressed. It's now in kindergarten, or maybe it's in school, or even now an adult. What happens? This baby is now able to? Hello? Able to?
Able to speak and convey things.
Exactly, yes. The baby is now grown, no more crying, and it's able to speak. Now, when it speaks, it has got all that whole vocabulary in front of that adult or even the teenager. Everything is spewed out. All right. So that's what happens in anger. When you are angry, you are expressing emotions that otherwise you do not know how to use words. Now, take a look. The anger iceberg is one of the foundations of helping people to understand anger. Beyond, or rather below this iceberg here, which we explode and call it anger, are all these emotions. You're actually disappointed. Then what happens? You get angry. You're actually tired, exhausted. What happens? You get angry. You are worried, you are anxious. What do? Again, get angry. You are hurt, rejected. Look at all that. This is just a few. There are actually close to 200 emotions that people who do not know how to express themselves will express it in the form of anger. Take a look at this. Trauma. Who doesn't have childhood trauma? I remember someone told me that, I had a very nice childhood. Really? But your medical chart doesn't show so. Remember, all illnesses, I always emphasize this, all illnesses are suppressed emotions. So if you come and tell me, I have a great marriage, my children are wonderful kids, good for you. But your chart in the hospital or in the clinic is showing otherwise. So you can't tell us that. I mean, for us who are aware that it's always mind over matter, I always say that. So remember, when you suppress your emotions, it comes out as anger because you do not know how to express it, or it comes out as disease. I will not go into that for today. That will be another session. What I would like to do now is to put you through an exercise where, okay, I think I'll keep this for you. I want you to get your pen and paper and write down the first thing that you can think of that brings you anger. Could you please do that? I'm going to give you a minute. The first thing that comes to your mind that makes you angry. It can be towards yourself, your partner, your children, workplace. It can be anyone. Just write, what's the first thing that makes you angry? I think I'll stop share for now. Write down the first thing that comes to your mind that makes you angry. Only one, huh? Timer, 1 minute. Huh? All right, 1 minute's up. Thank you, Toastmaster Rehan. I like your responses and you're very interactive with me. Thank you for that. You have a lot on your mind. Good, you're expressing it. Okay, now let's go back to our iceberg. Write down, write down what one of these things here, or maybe something else that you can come, because there's so many emotions we go through. Write down the emotion that possibly is connected to that anger. For example, is anyone willing to share what they wrote? Anyone willing to share? Then I can tell you how to write it.
Yeah, I will share, Dr. Amit.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Share, please.
Yeah. If I am saying anything, if they are not listening to me,
yes,
then I will get anger.
Okay. Okay. You are saying something and they're not listening to you. Okay. Now look at these things over here. What are the emotions attached to it? What do you think? Disappointed? Aren't you disappointed? You tell them something and you don't listen? Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. But
Okay.
because it's not matching to my expectation, so I will get disappointed.
Okay. Let's look further down. Anything else here? Do you feel disrespected?
Mhm.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, write that down. Are you frustrated?
No.
You're not frustrated?
Sometimes not.
Okay, so you feel disappointed, you feel disrespected. Do you feel offended? No?
Mhm. Yes,
Do you feel
offended. Yeah.
Offended? Okay, write that down. And then what else do you feel from here? You can write as many as you want because our emotions are very complicated. We can have like 15 emotions for just one situation. Anything else? Disgusted? I think that's a bit strong. Is it? Do you feel disgusted?
No, not
Okay. Insecure, I don't think so, based on what you're saying. I think this is more like it. Anything else you want to add?
that. No, it covered, Dr. Mehta.
Okay. All right. Now, everyone, please write down similarly, like what I have done a demo with Muhammad Rehan, right? Who's speaking?
It's a Shahid.
Oh, Shahid. Okay, okay. Sorry, I can't see on my screen. Yes, thank you, Shahid, for sharing. And follow this and write down which of the emotions here are connected to your anger. I'll give you another 1 minute timer, please. 1 minute.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay. Question is, you wrote down what you're angry about, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, look at these words over here: disappointed, regret, exhaust, all those words over here. Can you connect what is the emotion that created and from here and made you angry? Are you able to? Were you offended? Were you rejected? Write it down. It's a 1 minute up. I can't see the timer. Timer.
Yes, it is up.
Okay. All right. I'm going to stop share for a bit because I cannot see the screen. Oh, it's red. Is it for me or for the exercise?
It's for both.
Oh, okay. All right. So I will just end it, but not abruptly. What I want you to understand is that remember when you're angry, there are emotions attached to it. Now, I want you to, now I can see that I don't know who are the ones who could not do it. When you cannot do it, it only means one thing. You are not able to process your emotion. Okay, you're not able to, you do not know what your anger is, the reason for your anger, you do not know. Now, part of it is because we are not trained to process our emotions. We are not trained at all. We are in fact told to suppress our emotions. Can I tell you that the number one reason for hypertension today is suppressed emotions? If you can just release your emotions, I tell you, your blood pressure will go down. It'll come back to normal. All right. So this is the exercise that I wanted you to do. We can continue in the Q&A session. You can ask me some questions. Thank you very much for your cooperation in doing this. And I'm hoping that this would help you in controlling your anger and your emotions towards another person. It's a very complicated thing. I can go talking about it the whole day. You know, it won't even finish. Okay, Q&A. Please ask me questions. Hi, Rajnikant. Any questions?
Any tips on processing the emotions, Dr. Mehta?
I'm sorry?
How do you,
Repeat.
any tips on how
Yeah.
do you process the emotions?
Yes,
Yeah?
sure. I can give you a list of books, but then that's going to be too technical. And I want people generally to be, to do it in a simple way. Now, the answer to that question would be, let's say now, just now we had Shahid who said he felt disappointed, was it? Let's go back to that one. He said he is, all right, he's disappointed, right? Because he keeps saying the same thing and no one is listening to him, for example. Then you go backwards, go inwards. Why are you disappointed? Process that emotion. Why are you disappointed? Another one, disrespected. Why do you feel disrespected? Another one, I think it was offended. Why do you feel offended? You need to find out the who, what, where, why, how, answer all that question, and you will find out why. Let me tell you, 99% of the time, this is connected to childhood trauma. Because when you were a child, you were disappointed. You told your parents something and they never listened to you. You were disrespected. A parent who says, why are you making so much of problems here? Why are you talking like this? Go back to your room. I don't want to see you again. I'm now talking from a normal parenting kind of thing, which is what most parents do because they are frustrated themselves. Now let's look at offended. What do you think a child feels when a father shouts at the son or the daughter, especially sons? Offended. You feel offended. You're a human being. You feel disrespected. You feel offended. You feel small. You feel that you're not worthy, that what you have said is wrong, because an adult said it is wrong. So you think you're wrong. You think they are right. All right. So that is how you process it. You ask that question, why? Why do you feel disappointed? Example, why do you feel disappointed your wife is not listening to you? You go back. And then, next step, you change your strategy. Maybe your partner or your children are just sick and tired of hearing the same old thing over and over again. Change your strategy. If you can, if you yourself are a person with love, try to project that information that you usually say it in an angry manner or it's not being listened to, say it in a nice way. Say it in a different way. If you don't want to be disrespected, earn your respect. Tell your partner, you got to respect what I'm saying. And don't put the tone. The tone is also very important. Lower your tone, particularly women, even men actually. Some women can shout louder than men. Wow. I wonder how they do it. So lower your tone. You want children to respect you? Lower your voice. They can hear you, but make sure it's at a tonal level that it enters here and not here. Here, I'm pointing to my heart. The tone makes a lot of difference. Noor, did that answer your question? Or
Absolutely, Dr. Merritt. Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely. I really like the approach. Usually what I do is I write it down, whenever I'm feeling upset or angry or depressed or disappointed. I usually write my feelings, what I'm feeling at that point of time. And that helps me a lot in processing what I'm feeling.
Wonderful.
But nonetheless, what you have said has a very good point. Especially when I'm dealing with my son, I need to be very careful on how I communicate with him. Yeah. I'm being conscious now. Right?
Yeah, sorry. You. Continue. I thought you finished.
I'm being conscious about my communication. Right?
Yes. It's very important today, parents, because the new gen, millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, Alpha, I don't know what different names they have. Oh, they are so different. And they go back to AI to get their advice. So be very cautious. Yeah, you're right on that one, Noor. You're definitely right on that.
I see my son asking ChatGPT about what he's feeling, even simple things. Now he's going to ChatGPT for asking. So I recently had a talk. I said ChatGPT is a program. Nonetheless, it will give you a good suggestion, but it's better to talk to an adult and have a one-to-one talk or whoever you are comfortable with. He's very close to his grandma, so he speaks to his grandma. Then he comes to me. Then he goes to his mother. It's that way. Yeah.
That's good. So he has a lot of avenues to talk aside from the ChatGPT. He has other avenues. His grandmother. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Always encourage children to speak up. Be kind to them, show some compassion because they're struggling as well, with the new world order. Yes, Toastmaster Amarnath.
Yeah, I'm just saying my wife is not around. Okay. So my question here is I never get angry for any reason. whatever happened, even getting accident on the road. Even I never had a quarrel on the major accidents on the road as well. When I mean, someone hit me with the bike or car. But I always take it as a privilege to have quarrel with my wife. So even in my childhood also, I never remember fight with anyone, but I always take a privilege, have a quarrel with my wife. So I always act the anger. Basically, I don't get anger. So I act anger on her. But sometimes she take very serious and I just want to control that, but I couldn't able to control from last decade. So when is it a good or it is bad? If it's a
Okay.
bad, how can I control?
Sure. I think this is a problem a lot of people have, and I thank you for being open and vulnerable about it. See, the thing is that a lot of people bully their wives. That's a known fact, particularly in patriarchal societies. When I say patriarchal, India is a patriarchal society. I'm sure you're coming in from India. Now, India is very patriarchal, so they take control over the women. And they think they can get control with their women. Therefore, because the women they may fight back, but they're not going to leave you. Now, if you, sorry, if you actually exhibited that anger on the road, you know you may end up in prison. You know that, okay? The mind is very clever. It knows how to control. Now, when a person has mental illness, when I'm talking about mental illness, I'm talking about real illness, as in schizophrenia, for example, they don't have that control. The cognitive thinking is not there. Therefore, they will just shout at anybody. They will take a knife. They will go run amok and they'll do anything. But we who are normal, I mean, that's the word to use. We just have some disorders in the mind. We know how to control. We know how to manage the situation. If someone is behaving badly on the road, you don't want to go there and fight with them. They may just come out with a knife or a gun or something. So you know it. Now, when it comes to your wife, you know she's not going to leave you. You know she's going to be there, still cooking for you, still cleaning your clothes, doing everything for you. Aha, she's my easy target. Okay, so this is why men and always exert their control over their wives. I'm so thankful that you brought this up because I think a lot of men here can resonate with what you're saying. Now, in the new DSM of psychiatry, a DSM meaning we've got our classifications in DSM-5, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in 5 or 6. They have added this particular personality where you fight with your wife, but you will not fight with an outsider. And that is called narcissistic personality disorder. It is classified as a personality disorder where you have selective anger or selective problems with a person. Before, this was not in the DSM, but now it is. And people are encouraged to bring their partners for treatment. But the problem is NPDs will never go for treatment because you know why? They think they are super right. They do not think they are wrong. That's why we have a lot of problems with NPDs. Now, what do people do now? Because there's a great awareness about NPDs, narcissistic personality disorders. Women just give up on the marriage because NPDs don't go, I don't know, they just don't go for treatment because they think they are right. The grandiose feeling that, yes, I am right, I can exert my control. Now you're asking me, what can I do? You may want to start journaling, like how DTM Noor said, write it down. What is the real deep problem inside that's making you angry with your wife? Is it fair to her? Are you actually arguing with her for something that she really didn't do? Or you're just projecting it to her? That's something you can do. You can always message me privately as well. Anyone here who wants to communicate with me after this, you're most welcome. My number is there. It's on WhatsApp. I'm in the group anyway. So yeah, somebody has asked something. Wow, there's so many messages here. I'm so sorry, I didn't see. Yeah. Oh, Noor has shared some. Yeah, working in a project, unpredictable sometimes. Okay, working on a project which was long-term and we expect the result in a short time. Oh yeah, we all want instant results, don't we? Instant results, instant karma. So always, if you can have faith in God's timing. I'm sure all of us believe in a higher power. Even if you're an atheist, you still have to believe in your own power. And we cannot be holding that power all the time, right? So always believe in a higher power. I'm sure all of you have experienced the power of that higher power, the supreme consciousness, God, whatever you may want to call. There is a higher power in action there. So sometimes when we want to do it very quickly, it's because spiritually we are not to do it quickly. We have to go slowly. There is a spiritual connection to this. The soul has its own speed. When our soul and mind doesn't match, that's when we have problems. We have problems in the mind, we have problems in the body. We also have spiritual problems. Suddenly you turn around and ask, like, God, why did you do this to me? Why? What did I do that I had to go through this, you know? So that's the kind of thing. That's also a very, it's not complicated. It's an understanding you need to have about the mind, body, soul connection. So that I would say would be if you have patience, you can exercise patience and understand the soul, what it wants. That's already very spiritual. It will help you to be patient. It's teaching us patience. A lot of people during the COVID, oops, okay, yeah, I can see the red light. Any other questions before I close? You can always have another session, or you can always talk after this. Any other questions? No?
I have a lot of questions, but I think we can continue after the meeting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good to go. Any others? Rehan, you're smiling. Your little boy is with you.
I can see the red card, so I'll ask after
Okay.
this.
Okay. All right, we'll talk later. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for cooperating, and thank you for sharing the personal parts of you. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Mary Thomas. Actually, due to some technical problem on my laptop, I just joined through mobile. Am I audible and visible? Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for giving us so much information with the practice as well as with the live examples which Amar has shared. So it's definitely useful for all of us. Definitely, as you said, mind and soul both are when they are connected. So then we don't have the problem. So we all will strive towards that to keep in sync our mind and body, so that as well as physical health, we'll gain the mental health. If we are mentally strong, so that our personal relation will also enrich. So that way, I believe we can maintain the mental health as well. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, and as a part of token of gratitude, we would like to present you a certificate for presenting us with this session. So here is a certificate, ma'am, where Toastmaster Amarnath is sharing. So we will send you through email, ma'am, this one. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to Mary Thomas ma'am's speech. And definitely, ma'am, we will incorporate these things to enrich ourselves and to reach good heights in all our parts of our life. Thank you so much. So with this, we have...
Let me take a picture.
Okay. Maybe whoever not on video, they can switch on their video and put an heart symbol. So we can just have a picture, group picture. Amar, let us know when you are capturing, so we'll all give one big smiles.
Wait a second. The system is resilient.
That's what we learn in the Toastmasters, handling the unexpected things.
Yeah, thank you.
Amar?
Thank you. Yeah,
You,
it's,
you captured?
yeah.
Okay. But I did not smile, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, just kidding. Okay, now with this, we have completed our keynote speech, and now we will move on to our next session, that is the table topic session. So as you all know, this session is the most exciting of the Toastmasters meeting. So where everyone come and give their instant thoughts on the topic whichever has given. So to present this, to drive this session, today we have Adil Sheikh. So I will hand over to Adil Sheikh to take it forward for the table topic session. Over to you, Adil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Master of the Day. A very warm good afternoon to one and all present here. Sorry for the introduction that I was not able to give earlier, as my net was a little bit down. So let me introduce what my role is. So the table topics is one of the best ways to practice thinking and speaking on our feet, or in other words, impromptu speaking. We never know when we may be asked a tough question, either by a supervisor, a news crew, or at a job interview. It is to our benefit to practice impromptu speaking and to be in control of the situation, even if we don't know the exact answer. The more we practice this, the better we'll get. So the table topic speeches should be between 1 to 2 minutes. So the green card will be shown at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card will be shown at 2 minutes. You will be given a 30 seconds buffer to wrap up your speech. When you're called up, please do your best to speak for at least 1 minute and not more than 2.5 minutes. Please raise your virtual hand to participate. So I'll be giving you the topics to speak on. So anyone interested can raise their virtual hand so that I can assign them the topics. Anyone? Okay, so Mr. Toastmaster Amarnath, so your topic would be if you could give your younger self one piece of advice about mental wellness, what would it be? I repeat, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice about mental wellness, what would it be? Over to you.
Relax. Whatever is happening in the life, we just take it as it is coming in. And more of like, instead of reactive, we can have a preventive mechanism. So whatever happening in our life, either with finance or health or relation, anything. So whatever it's happening, either you can control through a preventive mechanism, or if it is not preventive, take it as it is coming into your life. Nothing to worry, and no need to have a peer pressure or nothing to anxiety for anything. And I do follow the same. And I suggest all my peers or family and my younger ones the same. But sometimes I do get fear of the people. If you are not fighting in the battle, so we will lose it. Always have a conscious mind to competitive in the world, but nothing take it too much to the mind. So that's what I always feel, and I always suggest to my younger ones. And have a good mental health, which will lead to good physical health too. That's my take on. Thank you, Table Talk Master.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster Amarnath. That was a fabulous speech. So anyone would like to volunteer for the next topic? They can raise your virtual hands. Okay, so generally, Vrunda ma'am, so your topic would be what's a comfort item or activity that instantly brings you peace of mind? I repeat, what's a comfort item or activity that instantly brings you peace of mind? Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for that topic. What activity brings me peace of mind or immediate comfort? To me, it's talking. That's the reason I joined Toastmasters, because I end up talking a lot. The way to do it to me is to talk it out to the person with whom I'm angry. It could be the person who is not around. It could be on a phone call, or it could be something else. But what I feel is, when you hold back, that's when you collect emotions within yourself, and then they manifest into something else. It's always good to talk it out. There are a lot of other comforts in your refrigerator that you could go to, but they don't help you in the long time. You have a crash after you eat some ice cream or something else, that you feel, okay, I'm so angry, let me just go and grab this ice cream, or let me go and grab this chocolate because I'm so upset. But that doesn't help. Talking to me always helps. So that's what I try to do, is to talk. People escape when I'm in the talking mode. So I'm just joking, that's not the case. But yeah, talking, I think, is the best way for me to talk out the emotions and settle in, settle to agree to disagree. That's the other thing that has helped me a lot. So with that, back to you, and thank you.
Thank you, Vrunda ma'am. That was an amazing speech. All right, so I can see Toastmaster Mohammed Khan has already raised his hand for the topic. So here goes your next topic, Mohammed Khan. So if you could take a mental vacation, where would you go and why? I repeat, if you could take a mental vacation, where would you go and why? Over to you.
Okay, whenever I hear the word mental vacation, I remember the time when I was very young. It reminds me of the time when I was studying in second standard. My grandmother used to tell me, on Sunday, you don't have to touch your pen and paper, any book. You have to play with me. Even you can bring your friends in our house. We will enjoy together. So I remember my neighbors were having more children than us. I was having only one cousin. So I used to call them. They used to come and we play together at our house. And in this way, we used to get the mental vacation every week. And literally, believe me, my grandmother always appreciated to celebrate Sunday with them. And if I touch pen and paper, she used to shout on me. So I would suggest, if you have children at your house, allow them for this activity. It helps a lot for their, you know, to enjoy their life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohammed Khan. That was an absolute wonderful speech. All right, so Toastmaster J.K. Arora, your topic would be, if your mind was a smartphone, what app would you delete to feel better? I repeat, if your mind was a smartphone, what app would you delete to feel better? Over to you.
I'll delete WhatsApp, because when I'm doing my very important work, it we get the notification and get distracted, thinking that it is very important, and we do not understand the work which we are devoting the time. It affects the mind, is affected through WhatsApp. Anytime now the groups are there anytime, even at night. If notification is on or anything, people keep on sending WhatsApp. So I think we should either remove the notification or to remove the distraction. And this is the main distraction. I think the today word, WhatsApp and the Facebook, the social media is the main distraction for the development of the child, and for our stress also, because WhatsApp also sometimes people take it means words, not using proper words, so it affects the mental stress is also there with the WhatsApp. So this is my view. Yeah, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster J.K. Arora. I totally agree with you. Being social media a very distracting means for today's world. All right, so Toastmaster Shahid Sheikh, your topic will be uh, if laughter is the best medicine, what's your favorite mood lifting joke or meme? I repeat, if laughter is the best medicine, what's your favorite mood lifting joke or meme? Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master Adil. Thank you for giving me this wonderful topic. So, if laughter is the best one, so what was my best joke? So, yeah, one thing I could say, like, if you don't eat food as a medicine, then in the future you have to eat medicine as your food. This one I will take it. Why? Because so if you nowadays, if we observe in our home or outside, see people how much they are facing the problem due to our regular lifestyle, where we can work upon and we become resilient to stop those things. But what we are doing, we are not moving or changing our lifestyle towards that. If we do that, what will happen is a weight of that will reduce the weight off from our shoulders. So that way, what are the things we can do is like we do regular walking or yoga or whatever the physical activity, or even a one person, if you are doing for 15 minutes also, if you do consistently, that will definitely work. Why? Because 1 power 365, it will give one result only. If you give 1.01 power 365, it will give definitely some change in that. So we do have to do consistent things to make changes in our lifestyle. So that way, instead of in the future worrying about our health, we will be pave our path towards a good health. As well as if you are physically health, then you will obviously be mentally strong, and then you can contribute best in your family, or you can contribute to your younger generations. That way, the kids or whoever see us, they will mostly they will see us and they will learn. So I feel like if we follow all these things, and we will have a better healthy and wealthy life. With this, I will conclude my topic, and back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahid Sheikh, for your words of wisdom. I would suggest our guests to also participate in the table topic session, so that they'll also get the experience on how things work. So if anyone is up for the up for it, they can raise their hands, or else I'll have to choose them by my own.
Sam, why don't you speak? Sam Sundar?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I'll be ready.
So, guest Shyam Sundar, are you ready for the table topic session?
Yes.
All right.
I'll
So,
try.
your topic is, if your brain had a low battery warning, how would you recharge? I repeat, if your brain had a low battery warning, how would you recharge?
Okay. Yeah. So thank you for giving this topic. Uh, yes, when I'm in that is a low completely, so my brain is not doing well. So at that time, at any time, so I would like to be recharged only by way of doing that say exercise. Nothing but I have a regular habit to do that is a thing of to make it do walking or is a jogging and other kind of activities. And also do that say yoga, these kind of things. It is so for any kind for any one of the person, if they want to make me happy with their some money or any other thing, so I strongly disagree with that. If the person is a wealth is very important to that every one of the person. If the person health is good, obviously he can earn that wealth as a wealth. So you should be make it focus from your internal. Then you make it do that so focus on external. So one overall of the thing. If I'm completely low in that summer mind, immediately at that whatever that time it could be, whether it is a morning or it's afternoon or it's evening. So I will go and walk as my alone and I will be completely recharged after this half an hour or so 40 minutes. After I get that is completely tired of it in my body. So I'll be peacefully to think about that summer mind and as well as so that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guest Shyam Sundar. Guest Chandrika Kapoor, would you like to speak next, or if anyone is up for the topic?
Let's give a topic to Dr. Mary.
All right, so Dr. Mary
Yeah.
Thomas, your topic is describe your perfect stress-free day from start to finish. I repeat, describe your perfect stress-free day from start to finish. Over to you.
Thank you, table topic master. I wish I had that day, honestly. A completely stress-free day. Wow. But if I had one, I'd probably be I'll be somewhere away. I'll be definitely on a holiday, either a staycation or a vacation. I think that's the only time I can get away from all the stresses, in all sorts of stresses that I have in terms of work, my family commitments, not so much because my children are grown up already. But I find that what is stressful right now would be the work commitments. And I'm sitting for exams, the UK exams as well. I'm doing some certifications for functional medicine. I'm moving out of Western medicine. I'm studying, so there's a lot of stress from there. So if I want to move away from all of that, it has to be a vacation. Now, if I think of a nice vacation, I would think of Maldives. I just came back from a vacation, actually, and it was still stressful, but I'm thinking of Maldives. I'm not sure why. It's one of those bucket list places. Philippines is a beautiful country. Boracay is so beautiful that it's so stressful. It's so beautiful, it's so stressful because you want to do everything, but you cannot. And yet it's so beautiful. The beach is so beautiful. So a stress-free day for me would be a vacation. Somewhere there is no internet or something like that. Yeah. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Mary. So with this, our table topic session comes to an end. So I would hand over the role to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Adil. So thank you for bringing everyone's resilience towards the mental health things, which you have given different topics, which are really thought provoking and making us to add our personal experiences also. That way, that is very much alive you bring to this table topic session. So as everyone have spoken, so now I will just call upon our table topic evaluation master, Toastmaster Noor Muhammad, to provide his evaluation on the table topics. Back to you, Toastmaster Noor.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters. Once again, good day to you all. So the first speaker today was Toastmaster Amar, and he got the topic, If you could give one piece of advice on mental wellness, what would you give? The first word which came out of his mouth was relax. And he spoke about control mechanism, controlling through preventive mechanism. And he spoke about his personal example, not to worry, take as it comes. And he spoke about fear of people. If you're fighting the battle, if you're not fighting in the battle, you might be losing it. So he focused on the idea of having good mental health so that you can have good physical health. Amar, what I liked about your whole story was you knew what to talk about. You you were spot on with the word relax, and that actually summarized most of what you said. What suggestion I would give you to improve your future tabletop speeches is that you summarize. Once you already had a good beginning and you had a good reasonable body as well. If you could just summarize whatever you just said, if you could summarize emphatically, that would really drive the point home. Right? Second was Vrinda. What is the comfort item or activity which brings you the peace of mind? Vrinda was also on the spot. She said she knew it. This talking is the thing which is the main reason why she has joined Toastmasters, and that is her top first comfort item, which brings peace of mind. Now, Vrinda, I'm very disappointed that you're not been talking to me. I'm seeing that you're storing a lot of emotion, and it's not good to store so much emotion. Today is a mental wellness day of our club. Dr. Mary would be very upset if you're not talking to me. So please do call and please let's have a talk. Vrinda, I like how you present your topic, right? You talked about this very nice comfort item, which are refrigerator comforts, which I'm very attracted to somehow, right? And you mentioned it in such a humorous way, and you also mentioned about how talking is really is the top thing. The only one thing I was just looking for is how did talking help you, right? Say, give an example from your life. Like one day I was very depressed, and then I picked up the phone and I called my husband and I ranted for almost an hour. And then when he came home, I looked at him and I was at peace because I spoke to him. Right? If you could just tell us how talking has helped you, that would really put a nail in the coffin. Right? That's a wrong analogy, but you get the point. Right? Personal example is a very important thing. It brings a lot of authenticity to your talk. The third speaker was Mohammed Rehan. If you could take a mental vacation, where would you go and why? Uh, First thing, Rehan, what captures the attention is your face, is your smile. I'm hooked on to people who smile, right? Uh, Whenever you speak, you're smiling. Now, I don't care about what you're speaking, but I like you already, right? You're smiling. So that's one thing which every table topic speaker should do is to smile, right? Smile it doesn't cost you much, but it really helps people to be hooked to you. That's the first number one thing I liked about it. Second, you're very clear on the topic. You went down, you went back to your second standard, and you told an important principle that on Sunday, no pen and paper, just play, right? And you told your personal story about how your neighbor's kids came in and how you enjoyed that time. So really, that is a mental vacation. And I think if you could just same thing, the same suggestion I would give is to conclude, all right, to summarize everything, right? The next speaker was J.K. Arora. If your mind was a smartphone, what app would you delete to feel better, right? JKG, I believe that if it were to be any other topic, like a related topic, you were spot on with the WhatsApp notifications. WhatsApp notifications are a constant distraction to our lives. Social media has been so ingrained into our personal lives right now that we we are totally affected by these constant distractions. And you are very right with what you have said. That being said, you missed the topic by a mile. if your mind was a smartphone, what would you delete? You could have humorously said, I would have deleted, let's say, my work partner. He is a totally stressful person. He is just eating. And for me, I would have deleted my wife. That app is gone. Okay, new installation of new app, right? So it's just humorous way of talking about it, right? But I get your point. What you said, very important thing. Social media is a big distraction, so keep it curtailed. The next speaker was Shahid. Shahid, if laughter is the best medicine, what is your favorite mood-lifting joke or meme? Now, Shahid got very serious today, and he said, if you don't eat food as medicine, then you will eat medicine as food, right? I was thinking of a joke he would say, or he cracked me up today. He's always smiling as well. I love the smile on people's faces. Shahid, I really like your smile, brother. And you told a very important thing, which I would take away is 1 raised to the power of 365 is 1 only. But 1.01 raised to the 365 is 38-fold times improvement. So even if you do small improvements over a period of time, you would reap huge compound benefits, right? So that is one takeaway. But Shahid, I would really love to listen to a joke next time. Yeah, from you. You're a good speaker, by the way. Sham, if your brain had a low battery warning, what would you recharge with? Sham, I couldn't hear you clearly, brother, but what I heard was walking, jogging, yoga, and work, right? Next time, please do have uh, a good speaking equipment so that we can listen to you carefully. I was trying hard to listen to what you're saying, but I believe that you said that it's very a work recharges you, and sometimes walking, jogging, and yoga. That's what I could make. I'm very sorry that I couldn't give you further suggestions on how to improve your table topics. Start with a good introduction and then conclude emphatically as well, Sean. So that my suggestion to you. Dr. Mary, uh, describe your perfect stress-free day from start to finish. I thought that this was a super apt topic for you because you are a workaholic. I know you. And you said very clearly from the beginning, you had this thing that if I had, you told us that if I had this amazing day called a vacation, then it would be a staycation or vacation. Because I know that you stay at different places, you are moving, and you mentioned very clearly your personal example that you're pulled down with your work commitments. You talked about how you're preparing for your UK exams, your certification in functional medicine, moving away from the Western medicine. I know why you're moving out, and you talked about your bucket list. It got great memories of Maldives for me. And one thing I would say that is you want to do everything, and that causes stress, right? So if you can just focus on that idea that you want to do less during a vacation, I think you truly enjoy vacations. Just a suggestion, Dr. Mary, same thing as others, just summarize your uh, table topic so that we know that a perfect day for me is to just sit on a beach on Maldives, sipping my juice and just looking at the sunbathing and just looking at the sea. That would be a perfect way. If you could just summarize, that picture would stay in my mind. Right. Overall, I believe that today you guys were fantastic. There are a couple of things that you can uh, do to improve your table topics is number one, your introduction. Take 3 or 4 seconds to think about the topic. Know the keywords. There are certain keywords which you need to catch in a topic. If you could focus on those keywords and then for 3 seconds, just go back to your experiences in your past, these keywords in your past, all right, you would definitely get a story. And just if you just have an idea about the story, you can build on that story because you're just recollecting from your story. And don't worry, nobody's judging you. You don't need to make sense. You can talk absolutely a very different story, like what JKG has done today. He spoke about WhatsApp notifications. It's absolutely okay to talk about it. All right. Don't ever think that you have to make sense. All right. Just start. If you do that, you start building confidence and you start speaking a little bit better. The second thing, what you have to do is you have to have just one main point, just one point, which you want to convey to others, and build your story around that one main point. And then at the end, summarize. Whatever you speak, you summarize. 30 seconds you take, or 15 seconds you take, just to give one line or one statement to summarize. And with that, I believe you would be on a way to becoming really effective impromptu speakers. With that, I hand over the podium back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shahid.
Thank you, Toastmaster. No, a big round of applause to the whole table topic session. So it's today's table topic session. It looks like a full meals for me. Why I've said full meals? Like once you had a complete full meals, you feel very like a complete thing. There is nothing else is left. From the table topic session start, Toastmaster Adil is very new to the platform. Even he has correlated all the things with our today's keynote speech, and each topic is wonderful. And whoever has participated and given their impromptu speech, they are also awesome. And at the final touch, like in the meals, we will be having a final touch with a kheer or with a sweet, so where it will give good taste. So in the same manner, Noor has given his precious or valuable suggestion to each and everyone, with even a very minute thing also he noticed. So this is the way where the DTM is very much suits to Noor. So we should all learn from this Noor. So for one evaluation, we will take so much things. So now if you have seen the so many evaluations by Toastmaster Noor. So thank you, Noor, for giving the evaluation as well as providing the suggestions. So how we can improve ourselves. So thank you for the complete power pack performance for the table topics. So with this, we completed our table topic session, and now we will move on to our next session to take the our reports and how we went with our meeting. So now I would like to call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Gunda, to present her team's report. Back to you, Toastmaster Gunda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahid. I will call upon the functionaries.
Sorry to interject. Can we have the polling for table topic?
Oh, okay, yes.
So I would like to know, timer, do we have any disqualification in table topics?
No disqualifications. Everybody is qualified.
Thank you. Let me launch the poll quickly. Meantime, Arunda, you can also start. Let team post their votes. I'm launching the poll. Go ahead, Arunda. Poll. Last few seconds to end the poll. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're ending the poll. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
So thank you everyone for voting. So now I will call upon our functionaries for their reports. Before I call the grammarian, I have to say thank you everybody for your resilience. Just because I wanted to at least make that effort to use the word. I'm so sorry I couldn't use the word before, but with that, let me call upon Toastmaster J.K. Arora for his report for the word of the day and the idiom of the day, and any language usage, of course.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brinda. So, word of the day, Toastmaster Avarnath has used once. Toastmaster Shahid has used 4 times. Toastmaster Brinda 1. I have used 1, and Then Toastmaster Manoj has used 1. And I think idiom of the day, no one has used. I think everyone is got in mental stress today as per the topic. And good words, of course, DTM Noor, good voice modulation, refrigerator, comfort, and Shahid has full meal. And so some of the I'll just give the report in that. And keynote speaker has used many important words. I'll give the report on the chat box. Over to G.
So thank you, grammarian J.K. Arora. That was a very comprehensive report. Next, let me call upon the R counter, Toastmaster Abhiram, for your report.
Audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Abhiram has exited the meeting. Let's go on with the timer.
Okay. Let me call upon the timer, Toastmaster Manoj Kumar. Could you please share with us the timing report for today? Toastmaster Manoj.
Happy afternoon, each one of you. Today, let me take up the weight of my shoulders with my timer's report. I was thrown off the meeting 4 times because of the internet challenges, but still resilient. I came back again and again with my report. For Dr. Mary, it was around 35 to 40 minutes. I couldn't keep the real timing because I was out for 3-4 times. Now coming to table topics, I have the timings with me. Toastmaster Amarnath, it is 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Brinda, 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Mohammad Rehan, 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster J.K. Aurora, 1 minute 16 seconds. Toastmaster Sahid, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Guest Sam, 1 minute 20 seconds. And Toastmaster Dr. Mary, 1 minute 43 seconds. And of course, DTM Noor with his insightful evaluation, it took 9 minutes 55 seconds. With that, over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. You really took off the weight off my shoulders by giving such a lovely timers report. And I appreciate your resilience by joining the meeting again and again. I didn't even realize you had to drop off and join back in. So fantastic work out there. Next, let me call upon Toastmaster Mohammad Rihan for his listeners segment. Over to you, Mohammad.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Toastmaster Rehan, and I had the pleasure to serving you as your listener today. My job was simple but fun. Stay sharp, listen closely, and catch the listening, funny, or unique things that were said during our meeting. Let us find out just how well you were listening. Have you a few quick questions to test your ears? Feel free to raise your virtual hand or you can answer in chorus. Please listen carefully. The first question is, who was our first speaker of the day? Who was the first? Yes, please.
It's Sergeant at Arms.
Oh, right question. What was your word of the day?
Resilience.
Resilience.
Wow, great. You're a good listener. And anyone mention any one area where we can bombard with fear, where we bombarded with fears? Any one area?
Keynote speaker.
Anger.
Actually, during the speech, I heard from Dr. Mary, we are bombarded with fears in schools, offices, even at home. Okay. So the next question is, first thing which comes in your mind that brings you angry. Anyone?
Disappointment, fear.
Okay. Okay, TM Manoj Kumar. That is the right answer we discussed during the meeting. Who was most interactive during Dr. Mary's Thomas teaching, according to Dr. Mary's? You mentioned.
Shahid.
No. It was me.
Yeah.
Dayan is very interactive. Okay. TM Shahid was also interactive. I'm not denying that. Thank you so much. That was also right answer. Let's go to the next question. Any tip to control emotion? Any one tip? Mention any one tip to control emotion.
Write down, journaling.
Yeah. That's right answer. The last question is, what is the main distraction in our daily life according to J.K. Arora? He mentioned.
WhatsApp, Facebook.
Social media.
Yes.
Smartphone.
Right answer. So that's all from my side. Thank you for being such an interactive listener. It shows that communication is a truly two-way street. As a Toastmaster, we are not just listening to speak, we are also learning to truly hear and connect with one another. With that, I hand the meeting back to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohammed. That was really a test of how well we were listening. And I can see Toastmaster Abhiram is back. So thank you, Toastmaster Abhiram, for being so resilient and coming back into the meeting again. If you're ready, you have your counter report now.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
Am I
go ahead,
audible?
please. Yeah, you could be a bit louder, I think.
Okay. Now I'm back with my report, counter report. So I'll be listening everyone speakers in the entire meeting. And the keynote speaker, Dr. Mary Thomas, you have two accounts like you spoke like two times. And table topic master Adil said you have more than 5 accounts. So I hope if you get better in the next meet, and also you have a 2 killer words that you spoke. And table topic question. Toastmaster Amarnath, you have 2 accounts and 1 killer word. And Vrunda Shahid Kumar, you have 1 account. And Mohammad Rehan, you have 2 accounts and 1 killer word. And J.K. Arora, you have 3 accounts and 1 killer word that you use like 2 times. And 6 Shamsundar, kudos to you. You have no account, a killer word. And Dr. Mary Thomas, you don't have any account, killer word, causes, but you have 1 repeated word like you use be 2 times. So with this, that's my report, and I hand over the stage to General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhiram. That was a wonderful and comprehensive report. Now I will move on to the general or overall evaluation of the meeting. I'll begin with the commendations. The meeting started a few minutes late, but we caught up and we followed the agenda. So that was a great start. Thank you, SAA, for steering us to get the meeting started near to the right timing. The TMOD had a smooth structure to the meeting and managed the theme well, as well as he also helped us to be on time. Of course, the keynote speech was phenomenal, lot thought-provoking, and I think we'll hold it and keep it in our minds for a long time. I was very happy with the strong participation and energy throughout by all our guests as well as Toastmasters. Table topics, Toastmaster Adil was a great and relevant topics. It's always important for the table topic master to ride on the theme of the day, and you did it fabulously, and you also ensured participation from everyone. So that was good. The table topics were followed by a round of evaluations, and it is said that when you have Rajnikant who joins a Zoom meeting, the whole platform upgrades itself. And that is what happened to this meeting. We had a blockbuster meeting. The evaluation segment was crisp, thoughtful, and now Mogambo has come over, but Mogambo bhi khush hua tha. So that was what I felt as a general evaluator. General evaluator bhi khush hua hai. So thank you for making the segment unforgettable and giving those timely tips. And I'll remind you, I will be collecting the money on your behalf for all the tips that you're getting or the money you're collecting. After that, we had our functionaries who were talking. The first one, the grammarian report, wonderfully done. I also appreciate the thoughtful choice of words and the idiom of the day. So that was great. Next, we had toast timer Manoj Kumar. Again, very, very comprehensive. I liked the way that even when you had to skip and drop off and you joined, you still carried on with flair. So that was an experienced timer out there for us. Mohammad Rihan, as a listener, you picked up a lot of good items from the meeting. So that was nice. I would suggest that you reiterate points which are learning points of the meeting. That way we can all retain things which are important. So it is a wrap up and a revision for us. So if you could improve on that little part on questions, that would be great. The last but not the least was Toastmaster Abhiram with his R counter report. Again, thank you for being so observant. You picked up good things that we are blind spots, I would say. So thank you again for that. In terms of my recommendations or suggestions, I could encourage that, or rather remind us to use the word of the day during the table topics or just before, and also a reminder in chat as you did, JK Arora sir. One more request that I would have is to add the meeting agenda in the chat somewhere later, or after the keynote is, just before the keynote starts rather, so that the guests who have joined by then have an easy access to the agenda so that they know what's in store for this meeting. Apart from that, this was a fabulous meeting. I thank each and every one of you for participating so enthusiastically. And with that, let me hand it over back to the Toastmaster of the day. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for a wonderful report from your side and from your crew side. So it's already 12:57. So before I hand over to the presiding officer, so what I felt and what is my takeaway from today's meeting is so I will try to be in sync with my body, mind, and spirit. And one thing which I would like to follow, or what would like to practice, is journaling my emotions. So like me, every one of you take one takeaway and try to practice in it. Then only the session which we had, that will be really helpful and that will be impactful for our regular day-to-day life. So my takeaway is journaling emotion. So I felt like today's meeting, from the beginning of from ACIA to till now, it was very, very well driven one, from the keynote speech and the table topics and the evaluation. So I felt very happy with the today's meeting, with a lot of stories learned and things known and a lot of takeaways. So with this, I will hand over the baton to our presiding officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster J.K. Arora. Back to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So now I will request to have the feedback of the meeting from our guest.
I think we don't have
I
any
think
guests now. They
only
dropped
the
off.
guest Sham Sundar is there. If you can unmute and okay, since no guest is there, so we'll
Oh, I think guest is there. Sham Sundar is there. He was talking.
yeah, okay. So please give your feedback of the meeting. Guest Sham
Uh,
Sundar.
sure, definitely. So, thank you for giving this opportunity again. So, it is very attractive and it is very informative. So, overall of that is a conversation, and I watched that. So, from the last 1.5 hour, so last 2 hours, is very. I'm very excited about this to make it join in this kind of a sections. I mean, this next kind of is a is a meeting officer things. It's a meeting officer things. So it is very informative. Everyone has very enthusiastic, and they are motivating that as new persons. How I mean, as it came into the here as a guest. So I'm very much impressed with that. In before I'm joining this session, I don't have any expectations. Later on that, I'm very excited for the next section, and almost it's easily to over that is a 1 hour. I feel that if it is there 1 more hour, so I'm very much actively to participate there. So that's it. So I'm very much happy to be in your part. Thank you for inviting me. That's it from my side. So thanks to all, and you gave me a very good support today. This is my first day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'm thankful to Dr. Mary for mental health awareness. So we learned a lot in your session, and I appreciate the points which you have pointed out, and we will definitely try to implement in our life. It is really a powerful session today, and I'm thankful to all the speakers. Okay, some best. Okay, poll is there. So after that, yeah. Best lead role player. Okay, so I'm thankful to all the speaker also, the evaluators, and all the role players who has given a good contribution today. And now I declare the meeting officially closed, and you can give your comments maybe.
Okay,
After
one thing I want to
yeah.
say.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Maybe from the today's presentation, which the keynote speech which our Dr. Mary Thomas has given, I just assumed like she has more things to deliver. So maybe we can do a one more session, part 2 as well. I felt that way. So maybe Dr. Mary Thomas can comment on it.
I 100% concur with you, Shahid. I think there is a lot more to cover in this area. And we love listening to Dr. Mary.
Yeah. Maybe based on your concerns, we can have one more meeting, ma'am.
Sure. The topic I really like is the fact that all illnesses come from the mind. We're moving in that, sorry, we're moving in that direction now. And there's a lot of science-backed research on it. I would like to speak about that.
Okay. No health without mental health. That's what.
Yes, mind over matter.
Yes. Okay, sure, ma'am. Maybe we will connect back to you, ma'am. Based on your availability in going days, we will have one more session. I see like Ishita joined the meeting. Is Ishita there?
Yeah, hi Shahid. I was not able to join earlier, so I am just trying to sneak in before the meeting ends.
Yeah.